How's the Josh, guys? I hope everybody had a very good day. Everybody's Josh will be on the high point right now, considering what has been developing on the war front as well as on Nifty's front. Today's video is going to be extremely important. So please pay close attention to whatever I'm about to speak. Right. So, welcome to today's episode of Decoding Nifty with me. This is the series where we analyze and decode Nifty for preparing in an attempt to prepare ourselves for the next trading day so that we are well prepared and we can take the next set of trades with much more confidence and clarity. Right. So, first of all, today Nifty has recorded one of the highest or the biggest green candle it has done in uh, many years. I have not seen a candle like this. The candle itself is the 500 plus 560 points, plus if you take in the the almost 1,000 point move in Nifty, right? So again, in a war-like situation, what can be the reason for such major buying, right? And that too after ceasefire had been announced, right? So this is the message which goes across the world. uh, India obviously had the upper hand in the war, uh, regardless of whatever fake propaganda the Pakistanis were circulating on the social media using their various sources. India clearly had a upper hand in terms of a war. And with the ceasefire violation, the message that it sent across to the world is just India is ready to establish peace in the region. Now, whenever there's a war, even though India has an upper hand, there are no losers or winners, right? uh, Both the countries, one will eventually win the war in terms of the other army surrendering. But again, there will be a major loss for both the countries in terms of the arms and ammunitions used, the capital that is spent on the war, on the defense budget, the defense buying, plus trades are hit, trades are halted. There are many restrictions which come into place. Uh, Aircrafts are forbidden to fly over other countries and many such things, right? So there's no clear winner, right? And the message that India has sent across is that yes, we are focused on developing business in our country, and that is the reason this has been a robust buying. I'm just waiting for today's FII's buying figures in the Indian markets in cash. We'll see that once they are released. But what a day today was, and let's now jump to what we had discussed for today versus how it played out, how you could have entered the trades, and trailing and everything. We'll discuss everything in detail and then we'll come to tomorrow's plan, which will be the most important part. So please be with me and pay close attention, right? Yesterday, what we had discussed was that we'll take a long position only above this high with a pullback, a short below this with a pullback. Now you have to try and understand the psyche why we had decided this particular high as a point of interest for us. So, on the news of the India-Pakistan war kind of signaling a full-on war which is about to erupt at the borders. This was the Friday scandal, which looks like a inward spin bar with closing almost near the day's end. So a lot of people would be carrying shorts overnight, thinking that over the weekend the war is only going to escalate. No one would have thought about ceasefire, and all these people who would have taken the shorts, their stop losses would be around this point, right? But with a gap up as big as today, try to understand, with a gap up as big as today, people who would have bought puts, they're definitely screwed, right? Their puts would have eroded immensely. People who would have shorted calls, even if they had a good buffer with such a good, huge gap up, even their positions would be starting to show some losses, right? This is where everybody starts who are in loss, who were short on the Indian market. They would start booking their short positions, leading to a good short covering rally. But does that mean that we will immediately enter a long position once the market opens here? Absolutely no. Because say, for example, you enter a long, you create a long position around here, you would have made profits, but where would your SL be, right? So for me, trading is a business, and I have mentioned it a number of times, I almost in all my videos, that before entering into a position, you should know where exactly is your SL, right? SL around here, anything would be around maybe previous closing because there's a huge gap. It can definitely, the market could have come for a gap filling and then again could have moved up. You never know, right? So SL around here would have been very, very big, and the right choice would have been to wait for a pullback, which the markets gave us uh, around the start of the day itself, 9:30, 9:35, 9:40 candles. These were the big two ba pullback candles that we were waiting for. As soon as this high was taken out, our entry was confirmed. I took an entry around this candle here with an SL just below this, right? And you can see as soon as this high was taken out again, market gave a good move, went sideways, right? Now, this is something which I was closely observing because, see, the markets opened with a big gap up, moved up again quite a bit, and were kind consolidating in a sideways momentum. Plus, it could have reversed from here, so that was the reason why I had drawn this particular trend line which was coming in from top, plus this zone around the bottom, and I would have exited if this would have breached with the candle closing. But markets had other plan. Market went up all the way again, wherein I shifted my SL from this point to this point. Market gave a good up move again, went into sideways for some time, again gave a good up move. Now my SL from here came up to around here. Markets kept on continuously going up, 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 and I kept on putting my SL, kept on moving it, and I exited somewhere around here, this candle around 3 p.m. because as I told you, I do not hold my trades beyond 3 p.m. Uh, Now, you must be wondering why are moves such as this move or this move and this move not impacting me or not letting me trail my position out or taking an exit even even when I'm in good profits, right? And I'm seeing some part of my profits go away right in front of my eyes. Now, see, this is the way the market moves, right? Everybody, we know it very, very well. Just a second. Markets will move in a manner like this. It will never gonna move in a straight line that if you have entered, it is gonna go straight up, right? No, that is not never gonna happen. So that is the reason, right? So that was the reason I kept on trailing my position, and it was a good day in terms of the intraday gains as well as the portfolios. I have got no words to say about how good the feeling is to see your portfolio in such good gains on an intraday basis, right? Ah, so for tomorrow, so this was a very simple trade. Once you take an entry, all you need to do was simply wait and hold and trail. See, I was expecting a good short covering. That is definitely there. And the reason I have already explained. So it made sense, much more sense to hold on to the trades rather than simply scalp it out. And as soon as you see one red candle, you get out. No, you have to have conviction and you have to understand. See, that is where the storytelling comes into the part. Why would the market give such a big move? There are people who'd have big number of people who would have carried shorts around here, and they would have gotten trapped, screwed badly when the markets opened around here, right? So this was the simple trade that we took today. Very, very simple, easy to manage trade. There were some uh, questions in terms of RSI. Market kept on making a new high, but RSI kept on making new lows around here, which showed some divergence. But on days such as this, the with the short covering story playing the majority part, I focused more on the price action rather than RSI. RSI definitely helps you, and that is the reason I was in the with each moving with each time I moved the SL around the next swing, I would have taken those SL in case if market would have gone down below those swings, right? That is what RSI would have confirmed. But the price has to confirm with the RSIs. It does not mean that if RSI shows divergence, I go out or I go short. No, nothing of that sort. If I am in a long position, I'll be cautious and I'll trail my positions accordingly, right? Now, for tomorrow, try to understand a candle like this forming in the markets, there will be a lot of people who would have participated in this rally. There would be a lot of people who would have not participated. Now, usually what happens after a big candle is we see a sideways day, a consolidation day, a inside bar, whatever you might call it. But I do not expect this rally to continue tomorrow. It might, because there's nothing, so as I always say, we should not predict anything, but we should be prepared for anything. So I'll give you a very good trade plan for tomorrow. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll explain the reasons behind it all, right? Tomorrow, as per our usual plan, this would have been the right entry. Let the markets go above this with a pullback. We'll plan along. But tomorrow we'll not be planning this particular trade. No, absolutely not. The reason, after giving such a good pullback, like I told you in the market structure, market is not going to go up like a rocket. It will, for every up move the market needs to go, it will come down a little bit, retrace a little bit, and then move further up. Right. Tomorrow, most probably, it will be a volatile day. I am expecting some sideways momentum. I'll just use Fibonacci around today's entire day, and will mark this zone, this entire. I'll take 0.382 to 0.618. I'll explain the reason. Usually we take zero point 0.5 to 0.618, but this is a consolidation area where the markets went sideways for the most amount of time. So I believe there was a good accumulation which happened around here, right? And that is the reason I'm also taking this into consideration. Plus, in a strong upward momentum, you cannot always expect the markets to retrace all the way up to these particular levels. Although this is the very good retracement level, but the markets can definitely be reversing from here as well. So we'll mark this particular zone, and the plan of action will be very simple. Say, for example, markets open flat, goes down. We look for some price action, buying price action, maybe a double bottom around these levels for us to go long. Okay, so we will look for this is very different from what I always tell you guys, because see, after these are rare candles, we do not see them every day, and once they happen, you need to prepare well in advance about how you're going to trade in the day. We are not looking at any short positions right now, right? Especially not after today's candle. Plus, US has struck a trade deal with China. They have reduced the duties on each other for 90 days, 90 odd days. So that is again a big positive. If the global sentiments are good, uh, the sentiments on India's part with relation to the India-Pakistan war are good and settled for now. PM Modi is to address the nation at 8 p.m. I'm sure that would be with regards to an update with the entire Operation Sindoor, and everything looks good right now. So that is the reason we'll not be focusing on shorted. But in case if market goes down below this particular level, we can look at planning a short trade. Now, if market opens with a gap down, it comes down at these levels, we look at buying. Market opens gap down, don't look at shorting the market, right? Let the markets come at these levels where this is an important support level, important support zone, and this is where, based on price action, we can initiate a buy position right here at a discounted price. What if market opens with a gap up? If market opens flat, if market opens flat and spends some time over here and then it breaks out, then we are gonna plan this particular trade of ours, right? This is provided market opens flat and spends some time in this zone, right? Until unless this particular conditions are being fulfilled, we will not be taking this trade. It might be that market goes up above this high, invites fresh buyers who would have missed this entire rally, then go down around here. So that this would be the best case scenario. And apart from this, just a second. Yeah. Apart from this, say for example, market opens with a gap up, we should wait for the markets to come down around here. And this is the third scenario of trading, right? If market opens with a gap up, we'll just pull this up. For example, market opens with a gap up, comes around these levels, forms a double bottom, triple bottom, some positive price action around these levels. And then again, we can buy it around these levels, right? So this is the basic trade plan for tomorrow. I hope you guys are able to understand and correlate with me here. Do not jump into trades. The markets can still be volatile. The markets right now are mostly news driven, right? It was because of the war news that people would have carried shorts and they were trapped today. So this is a very simple scenario for tomorrow. It might not look simple compared to the rest of the charts that I plan across with you guys, but because this is a rare condition, such a big green candle on the upside happens very rare or on the round downside, a big momentum candle. We need to prepare ourselves accordingly so that we are not trapped, right? So that is most important for me, that we should look for only carefully planned trades that would help us in getting good profits and as well as preserving our capital. So that's it from my side for today, guys. I hope all of you have a good evening. I'll see you guys again tomorrow post the market. Cheers. Have a good day. Thank you so much.